Welcome back to Path of Exile. We're currently level 31. On the last episode, we concluded the events in the Imperial Gardens. We got the key to the Scepter of God from Piety. And we now have to deal with the High Templar. We're gonna have to return to the Gardens and work our way to the top. This is probably the path. And there we go.
Remember, Dominus, what goes up must come down.
Before we reach Dominus, we have to fight our way through, I want to say 6 floors in the Scepter of God. I can see the stairs leading up. This is the second level. And this is the third level.
When I'm ready, and not before.
Alright, this is the second part of Scepter of God. Unfortunately, this is a dead end. The stairs leading up are usually in the corners of the floors. And there's the final staircase up. The tower rooftop. And this is a gauntlet, with Dominus being the final fight. Let's assign this skill before we trigger the boss event.
You'd bite the master that called you here, witch?
Okay, final mini bosses are here, and we have to be careful because as you lower the health, more are going to spawn.
Have you ever seen the true face of God, Exile? Die in awe! The touch of God! Die in awe! Die! This world is an illusion, Exile.
And that voice line triggers the final part of the fight. And the second part, second form of Dominus. Let me open a portal just in case.
No one
And
will crack
Dominus
you,
is down.
Dominus. Not a soul. Too much clatter.
Okay, we did well. There's Lady Diala coming out of a portal.
You have mounted the summit of the Empire, not a cockroach. You have crushed the Bug Emperor and wiped his maggot dreams from the skin of Wraeclast. Dominus exiled you, naked and alone, unto the palm of death. But you would not die, would you? No. No. You cuddled death, promised it the world, made it your consort, and so generously shared it with all your fleeting friends here in Wraeclast. Not once did you forget what you were. Not a cockroach feeding on the corpse of the dead Empire, like the pests you crushed as you walked. A woman. The sort of woman that planted the seed of this empire right here in Sand so long ago. What teetering and twisted life it still holds dear, this land owes to you, witch. Of course, there will be more. You know that, don't you? Emperors. Avaricious little pests scrabbling to steal the legacy of their betters. Unless we burn that legacy, sear its infection from the flesh of existence. Go north, my lovely unbug. Go to Highgate, to the beginning of the end. Dive headlong into the nightmare sea. Catch and roast yourself a nice big fishy.
So that concludes the Diala part. And we're ready to move on to the Aqueduct. Why is the Aqueduct connected to the Scepter of God?
That water just reeks of corruption. Let's see where it comes from.
I have no idea.
When I'm ready, and not before.
We're gonna ignore the unique enemy for now. Run straight through.
We opened the gates to you for two reasons only. Dominus and piety. They made themselves our enemies. You made them dead. Now, Oyan believes there is a third reason. The beast is our enemy. Perhaps you can make it dead as well. I have seen the look in Piety's eyes. I see the look in your eyes, Witch. It is not as different as I had hoped. No matter. The knife in your hand is better than the spear in the rack.
And we'll see what Kira has for sale here. Maybe we'll get another Fordling. It doesn't look like it, but that's fine.
I'm watching you.
The time has come, not a cockroach, to crawl up into the bowels of this nightmare, traverse its innards, and rip out its corrupted heart. Oyun will help us. Go on now. Hobnob with the Maraketh matriarch. Learn what needs to be learned, and quickly. There's a filthy darkness down in that mountain, and it's reeking with impatience to meet you. Don't die.
You come to us, a woman like us, and yet nothing like us. While we cloak ourselves in tradition and war, you cloak yourself in thaumaturgy and fear. And that is why you will kill the beast within the mountain. Lady Diala has told me this. She has much faith in you, Witch. The question is, can we Maraketh share in her faith? Sekema Deshret sealed the mines, trapped the nightmare within its black den. The beast should never have been imprisoned. The beast should have been destroyed, yet for all her ferocity, it seemed that Deshret lacked the courage to do so. And now, after 2 centuries guarding this hole in the ground, this Akara lacks the strength. But you are not Deshret, and you are not one of us. You will succeed where we have failed. Deshret's banner will break the seal and open the mines. It was taken from her when she fell to Vol, the brittle emperor. Take the stairs to the southwest, descend to the dried lake. You shall have no trouble finding the brittle emperor. You'll smell him before you see him. Bring Deshret's banner home, and you will be free to pass into the darkness as you wish. Our hopes are with you.
So you just heard what we need to do. In order to access the mines, we have to get the banner from the dried lake.
You are most welcome here, sister. What you did back there in San, it was truly
terrifying. Don't get me wrong, Piety, the rest, they had it coming. But there's no one like that here. These Maraketh, they're good people.
She knows that. Please, sister, ignore Pataris.
Alright, nothing particularly useful on that shop as well. There's the seal and Nico. We're gonna be dealing with him a lot when we're exploring the Azurite mine.
Seems like the rain's brought out a few worms. Don't think I'm an easy mark, Exile. I've spent more than enough time around Exiles to know which way the dagger's pointing, and I'll happily give it a shove in your direction if you try anything wormy. I'm conducting a little dig, the sort of enterprise that could make someone with your particular skill set A very handsome living. Don't worry, you'll not be moving much dirt. No, no. Why smash rocks when you could smash skulls, eh? Stay in the light.
Yeah, Nico is another, let's say, exceptional character, individual.
How do I keep ending up in such lovely places?
But
When
just
I'm ready,
like
and not before.
Einhard, the previous master we met, the voice actor did a fantastic job. We're gonna be hearing a lot of Nico when we are exploring the mine. That will have to wait though. Okay, here's Vol. It's a simple fight.
To sin. Death to sin.
Okay, that slam has a deceptive range.
Thaumaturgy just keeps getting the better of you, doesn't it?
There's Helena inspecting the recipe. So we got attack, cast, and war cry speed. And that's an alchemy orb. That was a good find.
Ooh, look at that. See that? One moment, big blades. Next moment, gone. Should be able to go in there now. This place reeked of voltaxic sulfite back in the day. I was planning on having a wander down there, only I think I can hear things shuffling around down there. And I'm more of a lover than a fighter. Actually, if you're headed in there, maybe you could do us a favour. See, I run a little mining operation of my own. Mining's dangerous at the best of times, but it's suicidal without a proper source of light. I've got lights, just ain't got no power. Run on voltaxic sulfide, they do. Nasty rocks. Stink like a dozen eggs rotting in the summer sun on the back of a whale carcass. And they're less stable than the high Templar on a bad day. Bloody toxic, too. Keep your nostrils peeled for some voltaxic sulfite while you're down there. Or anywhere, really. Stay in the light.
And of course we have to find a sulfite before we can explore the mine with Nico.
Yes, little mountain. I'm pleased to see you too.
Good find, Exile.
Oh, there's a side area. I doubt the extra lightning damage is gonna be a problem. And what's inside the vessel? There's a burning arrow gem.
When I'm ready, and not before.
Another good find.
Just some armor scraps. I was expecting a bit more. And there's the entrance to the mines level 2. Let me assign the skill points before I forget completely. Yeah, some strength, damage over time multiplier. To be completely honest, I don't have a tree plat for the character.
I think it likes me.
I simply improvise. Okay, I think something important dropped back there. Just a chromatic. And there's the Spirit of Deseret.
There are so many more trap spirits in this place.
And
I
Hammerstorm.
can feel them.
Okay, I can cross that gap with Flame Dash. And I'm going to use a Transmutation Orb. On that little strongbox. Okay, that spawned a couple more enemies than I was hoping. And they deal a lot of damage. That's a damage aura.
Too much clutter. When I'm ready, and not before.
Meat shield support. This is a support skill for minions. I can't say I've seen it before. So, just more damage over time.
Don't be frightened, little mountain. It'll all be over soon.
And there's a crafting recipe, excuse me, for cold damage. There's the Yala here. There's a fork in the areas up ahead. We can go to Kaum's Dream and Daresa's Dream. Before we do that, we definitely need to head back to Highgate.
Deshret has ascended and returned, as we all must, to the dust of Vestiri. The Red Sekema's dishonor has passed, and for that, outsider, I will always be grateful. Yet honor lies not in whether an act is committed. Honor lies in how an act is committed. What does it say of the Maraketh when we are forbidden to attend to our own? What does it say of Oyan and her belief in her own blood, our own honor? Go where you are needed.
I am Tasuni, he who peers into the gloom, who hears the black hearts that thunder within the mountain deep. If you seek enlightenment, find a torch. If you seek to understand the nightmare, I can help feel your way through the darkness. I stare into the eyes of madness, Witch. I see a hunger for power that Nightmare would most generously satiate, should you choose to ask it. I felt it, saw it, the storm of her release. Our Red Sekema is free to mingle once more with the red earth of her birthplace. Deshret was the howling wind, the lash and bite of the driving dust. Our wild Vestiri is weakened by her absence no longer. You've done yourself proud today, Exile. Righted a wrong that we Maraketh have borne for far too long. And of course, as promised, you shall be rewarded. Tortured, yet unbroken.
The gate is open, and the darkness calls. Good hunting, Cursebreaker.
Okay, we have a couple of skills to choose from. Is there anything useful here? I'm not really sure. We could try a stone golem. We'll get some life regeneration.
Act with care.
This is the stuff. Good nose, Exile. You find more and I'll come right over. Don't touch it though. Stuff will send you mad without the right precautions. You think I want to be dressed like this? Tell you what, how about we take a look around my mine? Talk to me when you're ready to go.
And now we can go to the mine encampment. That will have to wait though. I need to prioritize completing the labyrinth right now. We're going back to the Aspirants Plaza. Once you enter through the statue in Act 3, you can use the waypoint to go directly here. Now, there are 4 different versions of the labyrinth. We're gonna attempt the first one.
The goddess is watching.
And if we are successful at the end, we will get our ascendancy.
When I'm ready, and not before.
The weary traveler draws close to the end of the path.
Alright, this is a resistance craft we just unlocked.
Slowness lends
And we're ready to
strength
begin the
one's
first
enemies.
version of the fight with Exile, who used to be an emperor, I'm pretty sure.
Receive your sentence.
I'm going to delay the fight just a little bit until all these different statues activate. This will allow us to get a bit more loot at the end,
Such resilience.
since we do have the gear for it.
Time is not to be wasted.
Might as well just do the more difficult version. There's a labyrinth. Excuse me. Labyrinth Trove. Have trouble pronouncing some words. We have to go through the gauntlet before we can access that. And we get a couple of gems with a decent amount of quality.
When the time comes to strike, an emperor strikes without hesitation. To entertain doubt is to dance with death. Some things that slumber should never be awoken. Give up yourself. By the goddess, what ambition! Pity the emperor who sits alone on his throne.
Doing good so far.
I'm ready, and not before.
We're not far from the final room. Hopefully the version of Izaro that we are going to encounter is going to be enough, easy enough to complete. This one will lead to another area. I don't want to go through that. Oh, wait a minute, there's a secret passage. Yeah, decent items. Wait, another one?
A potent little gift from our primitive past.
And we got a dark shrine, but I'm not sure what that enabled.
An aspirant can afford to be promising. An emperor must keep those promises.
Okay, both these statues and these gargoyles are fully active.
You must navigate your empire through troubled waters. Receive your sentence.
When I'm ready,
Choose your path. I die for the Empire.
And that was it with Izaro. We got a lot of items. We have to decide what we're gonna keep. These boots are honestly not that good. These are fine, but still not good enough, I believe. There's a staff. Which one is this? Pillar of the Caged God. And has some interesting interactions with intelligence, dexterity, strength. Mostly a melee fighter one though.
Before your Emperor, you are worthy. Before the Goddess of Justice, you are worthy. Receive our blessings, embrace our gifts, and rise, Ascendant. For this is the ending that we all deserve.
And now, we can use this font and enchant our gloves. Word of War on Kill. That's not really useful. I'm going to skip that. Most importantly, the Altar of Ascendancy. This is what we came here for. We have a choice between 3 classes, and for what we're doing, we'll pick Occultist.
Throw off the chains of fear and embrace that which was forbidden.
And we can allocate 2 points. We're grabbing Void Beacon. Okay, that's done. There's 1 more point to allocate on the normal tree. And we can finally leave.
What is it, Exile?
Okay, I'm just selling everything.
You will be remembered.
You know, not a cockroach. Had I accepted my place, my rapturous role, the beast would be no more, no less, no anything at all. My selfishness tickled the beast's fancy and it laughed the world I knew away. Yet I have had much time to think on my lonesome, much time to wonder. Wonder if the rapture really needs to eat a gemling queen. Maybe something else will get its catastrophic juices slavering. Something like eyeball soup. The eye of fury. The eye of desire. Pretty gems for our pretty designs. But where could they be? Don't fret now. I have my suspicions. Calm, the sovereign of slaughter. He remains and suffers his delusions right here in the halls of Nightmare. Fury is all he knows, so fury Calm will have. Duresso, king of swords, damned by desire. Oh, aren't we all? He's down here too, and Desire's curse remains his to bear. Go on, not a cockroach. Bring me the crown jewels so that we might wake the rapture and finally put an end to this pestering beast.
So
Don't
which
die,
area are we
please.
going to tackle first? I'm thinking of the Calm's Dream.
So this is what the inside of a Karui king's head looks like. I hope they're not all like this. When I'm ready, and not before.
These enemies are really getting annoying. I'm tempted to simply run past, but we do need the experience. And that's the exit. We're gonna activate the waypoint and reach the end of the stronghold. There's a ramp. Yes, there is. We need to reach the upper level. Can I cross here? Yes, I can. Really good.
When I'm ready, and not before.
And this is where Calm is. Before we engage him, the resistances are all good. Fire is exactly 75. And we're ready to start.
Spirit walks amongst us.
That's what you get for losing your temper, Carl.
And we're out of here. We'll hand in one of the jewels and we're going to Daresso.
Pried the fury from Calm's dead hand, did you? Or is it dead again hand? Or re-dead hand? Or is undeath really just death with benefits?
Yeah, good question.
In which case, you didn't kill Calm because he was already dead. It's all a bit of a grey area, really. And completely beside the point. Bye-bye.
So one more jewel to find.
I am Daresso.
That I think is a decent one.
It was here in the pits of Theopolis that I made my name, killing rabid dogs and wild boars.
I hope I remember to put it in the stats instead of selling it.
In this, so glorious of arenas, I care nothing for your past, only your future. And for that, you will have to fight.
When I'm ready, and not before.
Okay, these rooster demons are doing a lot of damage. I need to get out of here as soon as possible. This is a portal to a sunken single. Okay, why not? So now we have a Blight. I need to level that right away. Won't be much use to us at level 1. Okay, we're gonna place it in the alternative weapon slots. Yeah, that's fine. Might as well summon the golem. Keep forgetting about this one.
People of the gutters, steel your bellies.
And we're at the
for
boss
the
already.
slaughter is at hand.
When I'm ready, and not before. Too much clutter.
An adequate performance challenge. If a little miss. Yet Barcool and his stinking flock were simply an audition. Let us see how you fare in the grand arena of Theopolis. Welcome to the grand arena of Theopolis. It is here that I first laid eyes upon my true purpose, my Lady Merveille. It is our inspiration that defines us. What do you fight for, gladiator? Hundreds of warriors tried to lay claim to the same title as I, but I defeated them all. Die a death worthy of applause, gladiator!
Okay, we have to enter these arenas with an absolute massive amount of enemies. Thankfully we can just run through. The door will open, no need to kill everyone. And that's another 4-link.
Too much clutter.
It's the item that we need as well. $16 mana. Well, we might be able to craft it at a later point.
A battle worthy of song. The way you fight reminds me of how it feels to be possessed with the ideal of victory. Is your passion enough to claim a crown? We shall see. A king of swords is nothing who cannot defend his crown.
When I'm ready, and not before.
We're high enough level that the reso is not going to be a problem at all. As long as we don't get completely careless, that is.
Merveille.
And we have the Eye of Desire.
To break this to you, Teresa, but she's not real.
Which we cannot pick up. Okay, let's empty some inventory space. I need to remember not to sell the ring and not to sell the helmet, the golden mask.
Be remembered.
I'm selling these whetstones to get a couple more scrolls of wisdom. And there's a Val Rejuvenation totem. Just what is going on here? When affected by the aura and we get hit, the totem's life is removed. How much of it? 40% of damage from hits. You know, that might not be as bad as I initially thought.
What do you want? Go where you are needed.
Fury and desire together again. Lovely and lovely. Facets so shiny, replete with the vim of murdered souls. My Malachi did the crafting. Beautiful work. General Adis did the murdering. Equally beautiful work, in its own juicy way. Num-num's time, my little rapture. Have you ever been to the end of the world before, my king? Asked the blackest monkey. No, I have not, realized the Monkey King. There is my reason to go where you go, be where you be, my king, concluded the blackest monkey in a voice as warm and welcoming as death. Do you know who wrote that? Not a cockroach? Victario Navalius, the people's poet of Sarn. He was my friend, and I betrayed him. Took his love and burned it before his eyes. Now I am betrayed. My heart burned black by the one man I loved. Malachi. He's found a new heart, you see. A beast's heart to cuddle up to keep him warm and safe at the end of the world. Today, I remind Malachi of his betrayal. Today, it is his turn to burn.
And the Rapture is active. Yeah, Diala doesn't look too good.
Malachi's devices, his creations. He loved them all. Not me. He betrayed me then. Said he loved me. Then said he wanted me to die. He betrays me now. Lets me suffer. Lets me wither. Am I the one and only mistake that you ever made, Malachi? Yes, that's me. Diala, the Gemling Queen. Malachi's misdemeanor. Make him regret his mistake. Not a cockroach. Tear open the beast's black heart. Rip Malachi from his filthy little nightmare. Cut him. Crush him. Burn him from existence. He deserves no better. And I deserve no worse. No love for me. No love. No love. No love.
It's not every day you get to walk into a living, breathing nightmare.
And this area is truly a nightmare. Many of the enemies cause bleeding, which we cannot really deal with right now.
Everything dies. When I'm ready, and not before.
We seem to be on the right path. Okay, this is a superior Solrend. And it's just a bit more chaos damage. I think we're not gonna bother with it. We have another one leveling. Level 4. We'll keep it for now. Okay, we're still bleeding. Just what is going on? And I think we found the exit. There's the belly of the beast level 2. We're gonna run into a familiar face again.
When I'm ready, and not before.
That's a 4 link. We'll definitely pick it up. And we're bleeding again. The reason I'm not moving when I have a bleed effect is because moving will cause you to bleed out faster and take a lot more damage. Okay, I made the right choice. This is the entrance to the other arena.
Be happy for me, sister. It's not often we get to erase our failures.
And yeah, that's Piety. And somehow she managed to be more annoying than even the last time. You really do not want to get hit by that beam. Just keep moving clockwise. And I think I blocked that hit.
Our mistakes can be our greatest achievements.
And we get to have a little chat here.
That's twice I've underestimated you, sister. Twice now that your talents have proved to exceed even mine. So it looks like you'll be the one to finish what I so blindly started. Part of me wishes I'd died at your feet as was intended. The little girl within me that shies from darkness, from greatness. It was Malachi who reached out to me, who wrapped me in nightmare, made me his slave. He has shown me greatness beyond imagining, so much that I thought my mind would shatter under its weight. And although my mind remains intact, my dreams were not so fortunate. Malachi is in the beast's black core right now, harnessing all that the beast is and will be. He will destroy this world and forge it anew in the divine image of nightmare. Yet as powerful as Malachi has become, he is neither unreachable nor invulnerable. He sacrificed much to become the beast's prime servant, both in spirit and in flesh, yet 3 vital organs remain. His heart, lungs, and entrails, keepsakes of humanity lost. They will be our tickets into Malachi's private little show. Venture deeper, deep into Nightmare's abattoir. I'll follow when I'm able. You find me those organs, and I'll get us into the Black Core.
And of course, the path is laid out for us now. One more recipe to pick up. So this is the harvest, this is the final area.
It seems I'm underestimating piety. Good. I like surprises.
Before we get to fight
When I'm
Malachi.
ready, and not before.
First things first, let me activate the waypoint. And now we can hunt for these organs. That's a blessed orb. I'm pretty sure it's the first one we find. And this is Doedri's arena. The reason this fight is difficult is because of curses. If you use a curse against the Doedri, I think it's actually a she, they get to consume it and deal extra damage.
We witches have to have some standards.
I had to rely on Blight a bit more than usually on that fight. There's another small mini boss.
Be still. Be still. You have murdered an artist.
I hate to be critical, but I've seen better.
Yeah, everything's falling apart.
When I'm ready, and not before.
And here we are, this is the final organ.
For eternity.
We're gonna fight Sabron.
Material. Beauty shall prevail.
These books actually mark where lightning is going to strike.
Beauty shall prevail.
After Brutus, I'm glad I won't be seeing any more of your work.
That's true. Whatever happened to the Warden was actually Sabron's doing.
Before we walk this path together, it's important that you understand one thing about me. I don't regret a single thing that I've done. I set out to raise humanity up from the cloying mud of its fleshly ignorance. My mistake was not in the aspiration, but in the execution.
Old
Now I
words.
intend to correct that mistake. Really, I'm not helping you, Exile. You're helping me. So, have you found those juicy organs for me yet? You've come such a long way since we first met in Axiom Prison. I was that close to snuffing you out then and there, sister. But now look at us, working together to destroy the greatest terror that Wraeclast has ever known. If I were the crying type, it'd bring a tear to my eye.
And apparently Piety has no more tears to shed.
Expecting you, witch. You and I are about to create the most beautiful of nightmares together. We'll go to bed now, little girl. What do I need to tuck you in?
Now, Exile!
And we have to wait for Piety to remove the barrier before we can damage Malaka.
Now, Exile!
And he's vulnerable again.
Embrace the future.
And that was the end for Piety.
Now, let us see if you truly understand what it means to be Nightmare.
I have to admit, the sound that the scepter does when Malachi impales her in the chest,
Nightmare gave me so much more.
When I'm ready and not
it's like music to my ears, as the saying goes. We can't really finish Malachi off before we deal with the hearts of the beast.
You are being selfish.
And there's just one more remaining. This is not exactly a difficult fight. I considered the last version of Piety a lot more annoying.
Nightmare is the true eternal.
Okay, we're almost done.
Are you so in love with death? You are being selfish.
And that's it.
too much clutter.
Can't really pick up much else. But with Malachi dead, we can use a portal and go back to Highgate.
Ah, witch. I knew you would embrace the beast. Yet, I couldn't know that you would squeeze the very life from it. Honestly, didn't think you had that much love in you. Now, one thing remains to be seen. Your regard, your touch. Your embrace can mean only doom for the loved. Please, choose your loves wisely, witch, lest you break poor Oriath's heart. Yes, that's right. Oriath. Upon the mountain high, a gateway has opened. One that shall lead you back home. Hurry. For as the death throes of the beast soften and still, I see the gate beginning to close. Follow your heart, witch, no matter how dark it becomes.
And we get a final farewell from Tatsumi.
What cannot be understood should be feared. It is the first rule that a child learns.
So what can I sell here? This flask removes curses. I definitely want to equip that.
Go where you are needed.
It's obvious to everyone now.
There's no one like you, Witch.
The beast learned at the heart.
And the whole of Wraeclast will learn about it, one way or another.
So I guess this is the happily ever after they promised us when we were kids, right, Vanya?
For us, for Wraeclast, maybe. What about you, sister? Do you even know what that looks like for you?
There's plenty of happiness to go around now.
You deserve a piece of it. We've a few bits and pieces lying about that might help with what's to come.
Bits and pieces? I risk my neck to salvage those artifacts.
I know, sweetie, and I really appreciate your artifacts.
You didn't say that when I brought them in. You said, is that all?
You'd been gone for ages.
And you think you could do a quicker job?
Yes, if you'd let me, yes.
No. Not for all the jewelry in the world. What if I lost you?
Okay, so we have charms and regalia sourced at great risk from some of the most dangerous places in Wraeclast. Better?
Yes, thank you.
And there's not much we can use here.
See ya.
One more quest to complete before we move on.
What is that in your eyes? That glistening, that softness? Is that pity? Take those pitying eyes away before I pluck them from your face. The little girl walked into a dark, dark cave. The little girl met a dark, dark beast. The little girl ate its dark, dark heart. My Malachi is dead. I knew it, felt it, understood it the moment you struck the final blow. I was the Gemling Queen, and now my king is dead. We dreamed only the greatest dreams, Malachi and I. A truly eternal empire, eternal life, eternal love, a future no longer afraid of the past. Eternal lies, eternal loss. Those are our true gifts to Wraeclast. This land could not have asked for a worse king and queen. Wraeclast leaves the past behind it now. Malachi's past. My past. It thanks you, not a cockroach. It loves you. I wish that I could do the same. Take this. I've given everything else to him.
My youth and beauty, my body and mind, my heart, and at last, the only thing he ever gave to me in return, my gemling power. This is all I have left. I entrust it to you, not a cockroach. Malachi taught me not to trust anyone. It is time to forget everything that Malachi taught me.
And that concludes the final quest for Act 4. What can we actually get here? I'm not really sure, to be honest. I think we could try greater multiple projectiles in case we need to use Solrent.
They all leave me.
And we can place that here. So we have the quest to move on to the 5th act. That will have to wait for a bit. There's of course Nico and the Azurite mine. Not much to do there, at least at this low level. One final point. We can get this life mastery about life. 50 flat life. Yeah, that's good. And with Act 4 concluded, I'm going to end the episode here. Hope you enjoyed the journey so far. Still a lot more until we reach the end game. But of course, we're not really in a rush. Hope to see you in the next one.